Greetings from the Oracle of the Rushing Winds. I'm your Oracle of Swords with your daily for Jupiter's day. Give us this day our daily for the 24th of July, born on a Thursday, born on a new moon in Leo. Noble, notable, naughty. As always, I'm ever so grateful to connect once again. I asked our guide to the highest, most brilliant, divine white light, protect us, protect me as I channel and interpret for your daily dose of divine divinity. I love it. I get the people moving, right? They're sweeping out there. How progressive, right? Thank you so much for being here. In my other channel, I've been getting a lot of the colors, so I don't know why I'm being called to talk to you about the colors, like the burnt oranges, but more like a burnt yellow, saffron yellow, brown, light brown, dark blue, and gray. Gray has been a wonderful color. The fog is clearing, perhaps. And so we applaud you, okay? We declare that the fog shall be dispelled. We shall be released from it. I did want to pull from the well-known archetypes, and let's just see the situation based on the King Solomon Oracle. And then we'll see a resolve. I haven't used these cards in a while. It is a wonderful Jupiter's day, with it being the new moon in Leo. Youth is very much a part of this new moon, as well as a crisis when we don't have youth, right? When youth departs. Very cool. It seems like, wow, okay, yeah. It could be an entity, so this is not meant to scare you. It could be a being, so an actual person that acts as a leader, or perhaps this is your spiritual guides that are leading you. And there are teachable moments. In my previous reading, in my other channel, I did mention, go through with it. You will pass the test. Okay. So the situation still calls for you to make sure that it's like follow the leader, but follow the right leader. It has been said to me more than once in the last 24 hours that I'm highly psychic. Okay. One card for the Divine Collective for their new moon in Leo Divine. What is the situation? Okay. So, the end of a tough cycle is approaching. If you need confirmation or require or would like confirmation, you are shedding away, which requires you to not only see that for what it is, removal, release, allow detoxification, commit by instilling, it's like brandishing, which don't physically, maybe you do want a tattoo, right? That's been in the vibe. Tattoos are like a symbolism of being young, right? Like youth. Maybe not always, but like for me, I like piercings. You may like what is it? A tattoo to mark these sort of times, but also does it have to be permanent? And really the message isn't about that. It is about how is there a symbol or a manner in which you are reminded, a symbol that reminds you that you have been through this and You made it out. You've learned. Also, it is more so about learning the lesson. Okay. There's a good leader around you. Okay. That you're learning from. Beautiful reddish, brackish color. Let's see. Card number 5 in the King Solomon. What a treasure there is to be had, giving and receiving, a balance of give and take between two people without keeping score. The advice here is to accept others as they are. Give as much as you can, embrace the existing situation, and your success is guaranteed. Do you see what I mean now? Card 31 is the other one that I was referencing, that you may change, beginning and ending, a new beginning, a fresh start, clearing away old influences and conditioning, letting go of past situations and patterns. Conditions necessitate a change, instigate new initiatives, leave an existing situation in order to enter a new one with a clear mind. Things can't remain the way they are. Gaze forward with hope. I like reclamation of gaze, G-A-Z-E, because we tend to allow our gaze to be predetermined. It's contrived. We are born in a manner where our gaze is already fixed on certain tendencies and objects. It's like a filter. So remove the filter, remove the guise, the mask. And that doesn't mean go without the filter, go without a mask. But oftentimes we come to realize that we are in a performance, so to speak, and so we have to find the most authentic wear, the most authentic mask, for us to come out and to perform. It's likely not best for you to succumb and to hide after being through a hard or difficult time period or experiencing difficulty. It is time for you to leave that situation. There's a 3-part, right? There's the ending, there's the change, and then there's a beginning. Okay? So end it, change it, begin again. You will win again if you begin again, if you make the change. Okay, 1 archetype. Thank you, King Solomon. I didn't expect that from the king. Hear them roar. I can just hear it already. Change your filter, right? Wow. Aletheia. Inner and outer understanding. A knowing and a new movement forward. Okay. 1 card for the divine collective. Yes, I like when I can shuffle these. Sometimes they're so stuck. Sometimes you're so stuck. Don't let your your pervasive animal instincts take over. You can win through other means, right? We are not just advancing to become technological or to allow technology to take over. We are advancing to evolve as beings. We can still be. We don't have to succumb to technology. Wow, this kiss, out of the underworld. Card 60, Alex, the kiss. Then card 48, the underworld. I How wonderful. In the darkness, in the forest, you have found something. You have found hand in hand, a great leader, a great guide, a new position, a new feeling, a new sensation. Okay, card number 60. We will read it. This is such a wonderful reading. And here's these oranges that I was talking about. Not strictly black and white, right? Everything doesn't have to be the way that you suppose it is. Is that harsh? That within itself is such a huge message. To be so learned, to be so educated, is also to be in downfall, because it's like, what about this other thing? Like, okay, you know everything, but what about what you don't know? Sometimes there is that quality to people that know everything. It's like they don't know the simplest way out or the simplest way in, or they complicate everything. The touch, the chemistry, the sex. Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? Oh, no. The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate. Two become one. It is risky but beautiful business. So this is that chord between the old and the new. And what does that bring? It brings about change. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary, self-toward union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. When light, sensual expressiveness, merging, inviting. When dark, neediness, pressure, dominance, disrespect. Go deeper. Andy Warhol's 1963 film, Kiss. Write down the story of your first kiss. What was changed in that moment? Intimacy is multi-layered and requires our reflection. Revisit what you consider to be sensual, taboo, acceptable, or shameful. Or shameful. Also, we have the lover, and then we have the king. How beautiful is that? And then we have the ring. Okay, something up ahead as you create the change. The venom, you've allowed the venom to be alchemized. Okay, if not, that is your advice. To allow the change to occur and to remove that filter of disgust so that you can create the new vow, okay? Or you can bring the vow into existence. The king is here, so there is something to gain at the end. And the ring is a commitment. The kiss is the experience out of the dark into love. You are extremely blessed. Congratulations. Something beautiful up ahead, whether it's a sensation or an actual loving other. The two become one. Salud.